Within the past hour, the Beaumont School Board approved spending thousands of dollars for an election that might not happen. This afternoon, trustees debated buying software for the voting and hiring someone to oversee the November election. But there are questions about whether BISD voters will even get a chance to go to the polls. KFDM Justin Hinton joins us live with details from the Beaumont Administration Building. Justin?
Kelly, we're talking about $25,000 for election equipment rental. We're also talking about the cost of poll workers and the election administrator, which would go into effect from the moment that she's hired and she starts doing work. Well, ultimately, after all of the discussion, the board voted 5-2 to move forward with the election, with Mike Neal and Tom Neal opposing. Now, one of the biggest reasons for the opposition is the question of whether the election can even be held. Under the election code, the election must be a joint election. That means it must have shared polling places. Now, I spoke with Chad Dunn, one of the attorneys for the district, and he says they believe under state law they would be allowed to hold a November election on their own. He says it's a long process that they need to start now in order to get things in place for the election, which some trustees believe will happen, while others say it just won't.
The reason that I was in favor of going forward with the election is because we have no reason not to. The going forward was set by the Department of Justice to have the meeting in November under the 7-0 plan. Of course, we know we have a court date coming up, but we have no decision. So I think that we need to just keep moving forward until we have a decision from the courts telling us to do otherwise. So that's really, it's as simple as that.
I don't think that we're going to win in court. I think that we're not going to have the election in November, and I think it's a waste of district resources to start paying money for something that we're not going to end up having.
So it looks like we'll have to wait until next week to find out whether or not they will be allowed to have a November election. It goes to court next week. Reporting live in Beaumont, Justin Hinton, KFDM 6 News.